we do have 4 Bornean orangutans here at Dudley Zoological Gardens, and there are 2 species of orangutan in the world. There are the Bornean orangutans that are only found on the island of Borneo out in Indonesia. And there are also their relations, the Sumatran orangutans, which are found on the neighbouring island of Sumatra. Now the Sumatran orangs are actually classed by the IUCN as critically endangered, whereas the Borneans that we have here are actually classed as endangered. Now over the next 10 years, unless we do take action fast, the Sumatran orangutan is facing extinction, closely followed by their Bornean counterparts. Now World Orangutan Day is basically to spread awareness of the plight of the orangutan and the things that are affecting them out in the wild. So one of the major threats to them is deforestation. So a lot of illegal logging takes place for the timber trade, and also to make way for palm oil plantations. So it only takes seconds to destroy the forest. However, efforts to reforest the area do take years. Now palm oil is one of the big threats out there to orangutans, and unfortunately it's in a lot of products that we do use every single day. So things like shampoos and also biscuits and chocolate bars. So it's hidden in lots of products. But if you do look out for the Rainforest Alliance logo, so it just shows that it's been all responsibly sourced.
Okay, so this is Benji. He's our eldest orangutan. He's 36 years old. He'll be 37 on the 6th of November. He's been here for about 15 years now. So I'd say he's probably one of the most charismatic orangutans we've got. So he's got a bit of a soft spot for the ladies. Blokes not so much though, so with the women he does make a lot of exciting noises when he meets them, but with the men I'm afraid you're going to get spat at if you get too close to Benji. He seems to be fascinated by tattoos and watches, so if you go up to his window and show him a tattoo or a watch, he'll actually follow it around the window, and he's just fascinated by him. And if you show him his tattoo through his cage door, then they tend to put his finger through and try to scratch the tattoo off his skin. His favourite toy is a bread crate, believe it or not. He kind of takes it everywhere he goes. He likes to sit on it and put it over his head if it's a sunny day, use it as a sunshade. And he's had enough of the kids through the summer holidays and put it all the way down over his face just to give himself a break for 5 minutes.
This is Drong. This is our 19-year-old Bornean male orangutan. He's the youngest adult that we've got here, but he is actually the father to Sprout the baby. Drong really keeps himself to himself. He's not like Jazz or Benji. He doesn't really like too much human contact. He loves being with other orangs. He loves his females, and he probably spends the most time in the moat. He will splash about in the moat, although he won't go in it. On hot days he will dangle his feet and he will splash his face and splash about in it. So he does like playing every now and again by himself or with the other orangs when he is in with Jazz. Drong's quite destructive, so you struggle with things that you can give him. Things like Hessian sacks and stuff like that, he does like boxes and things like that, but within sort of 5 minutes they're in little pieces.
Sprout and her mum Jazz here. Jazz is 21 years old and Sprout was 3 in March. Jazz has been a really good mama. She's very protective over little Sprout. And Sprout is a bit of a pain in the bum. She's quite cheeky. She's very much hit that kind of terrible toddler stage. So she's all attention all of the time. If the keepers are in the kitchen chopping food up and she doesn't feel we're paying her enough attention, she'll grab bits of wood chip and throw them across the room at us to try and get us to come over and play. She also loves performing to the public, so she's kind of mastered the forward roll and the backward somersault, so she'll do that quite a lot. And she'll do what I call her dramatic death, so she'll climb up the rope a little way and then sort of cast herself off backwards just to kind of entertain the crowd, particularly if there are young children there, because she kind of sees that they're also quite little and she wants to kind of try and get them to be amused by her and play as well. So Jazz is probably the most intelligent of our group. I mean, they're an intelligent species anyway, but Jazz is definitely the sort of crafty one. In that she knows if she gets hold of something she shouldn't have, we'll trade a few bits of pellet for her, which works quite nicely if someone throws something silly into the enclosure, but it also means that she'll spend hours just trying to dig a screw out of the woodwork so that she can show us she's got something she shouldn't have, so that will give us some pellet to trade back for her. So she's quite a crafty lass, is Jazz.